All right, guys, back from Bali, and I am in a hotel room, as you can kind of see behind me, here in Amana, Iowa. And if you don't know where that is, I wouldn't really worry about it, guys. But look, one of the best and hardest, if I'm being honest, decisions I've ever made in my life was leaving corporate America, leaving the corporate world, guys, leaving that 9 to 5 life about 16 months or so ago. And look, before the trolls come out in the comments and start frothing at the mouth to add their 2 cents that nobody really gives a shit about, no, this isn't one of those quit your job and move to Bali videos. However, fun fact for you guys is I just left Bali, as I said, and I was there realigning my chakras and getting spiritually cleansed under a waterfall. And look, guys, if I'm being 100% with you, and you know I will be, most people shouldn't. Most people should not quit their jobs. Most people need the structure. Most people need that paycheck. Most people need that routine. Most people need someone else telling them what to do. Otherwise, they'd never get shit done, right? Harsh, perhaps, maybe. Accurate, well, most definitely. No, guys, this is about something a little bit deeper. What leaving corporate America taught me wasn't how to make money, right? It wasn't how to, quote unquote, be my own boss or learn how to develop the grind set. No, guys, it wasn't how to become an entrepreneur. It wasn't how to even become free. No, guys, it wasn't that. What it taught me was something much more uncomfortable about myself. It taught me how much of my life I was living on autopilot. Living by the dictates of somebody else, working, living for somebody else. For years, more years than I can count, I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I followed their script, the system script, if you will. I went to school, got that piece of paper that's so coveted. I built the career. I climbed that corporate ladder, guys, and I played that game. I played it well, if I'm being honest with myself. I got the promotions. I made, quote unquote, decent money, good money. I accumulated the stuff that was supposed to make me happy. And from the outside, guys, everything looked pretty damn good, right? And if somebody looked at my life, they probably would have said something along the lines, man, GC looks pretty well. Looks like he's doing great. Seems to be crushing it, in fact. He's got 6-figure income. He's got the company car. He's got profit sharing. He even has 4 weeks of vacation, guys. Here's the problem. And yes, guys, it is in fact a problem. A lot of men are going to spend their entire lives becoming successful at something they never actually chose. Talked about that a little bit in the last video. And I need to hear that again, guys. Hear that one more time. They became successful at something they never consciously chose. Look, guys, and I think we're all probably in a similar boat, especially if you are in that 9 to 5. I didn't dream of working at a mid-level trucking company as a little boy. No, guys, that wasn't my dream because I was playing with my Tonka trucks. I'm that old. I didn't think to myself, wow, it would be awesome to sit in some stale office, attend pointless meetings, and make some other guy, some corporation, rich. That'd be great. No, guys, that's not what went through 10-year-old me's mind. Most people, myself included, we were indoctrinated, right? Our parents aided in this and abetted in this and actually approved of it. Society sort of rewards it, and the company encourages it. So, like many, I just kept walking, marching to the beat of somebody else's drum. 1 year became 5. 5 became 10. And then 10 quickly became 20. And eventually, somewhere around 40, most guys like myself will wake up. For me, it was a little sooner, but I still didn't make the move. And again, like I said, guys, some guys will wake up, many men won't, and wondering where the hell the time went. One of the biggest and perhaps one of the most important lessons that sort of corporate America taught me is that comfort is incredibly dangerous and addictive. As I said, guys, the first chapter of my next book, which comes out in September, deals directly with this, calling it Comfort is a Liar. But moving on, guys, it's not that comfort feels bad, and that's the problem. It's because comfort feels so fucking good. That's exactly why it's dangerous and why you really need to pay attention to it. Look, in your job, you're going to get a lot of times just enough money. Maybe good, maybe not so good, but typically just enough. Just enough of that security, the golden handcuffs, if you will. Just enough routine, just enough distraction. And again, as before you know it, the years are going to slide by. They're going to disappear, and you don't even notice. And guys, look, you don't feel trapped because the cage you built for yourself, is carpeted and oftentimes neatly upholstered. The cage has benefits, right? The cage has direct deposit every 2 weeks. The cage gives you casual Fridays. You can even wear your blue jeans and your golf shirt. Sometimes there's even a pizza party. Ooh, thank you, Karen in HR, for the pizza party. The cage has a nice little title on LinkedIn that nobody really gives a shit about. Trust me, I know this. But it's still a cage, guys. It's still a cage if you hate fucking being inside of it. And that's the part that most people don't want to talk about, that they sort of, tuck under the rug. It's what they suppress, because confronting it would expose the bullshit lie that they're telling themselves that they have to get through each and every day. And another thing I learned along the way in my nearly quarter century being in the corporate world is most men aren't exhausted or tired from working hard. Let's face it, guys, most of us aren't exactly killing it in the 9 to 5. We just get through the days. What they're tired from, though, and here's what makes guys really tired or exhausted, is it's from pretending, guys. It's pretending they enjoy the work they secretly, maybe not so secretly, despise. That in many cases is pretty much meaningless if we're honest. And we know that, right? And then pretending they care about these meetings they don't give a flying fuck about. Meetings that are pointless and just waste time. Pretending that they buy into this corporate quote unquote mission that they don't believe in. Pretending that they buy into the corporate bullshit team nonsense, right? Everybody's team and family in the corporation. But wait till you're sick or you don't produce. You're not family so much longer. And other corporate, slogans and jargon that, are tossed about and sort of, stuck on a banner some way to keep you engaged and motivated. And then pretending, guys, that you aren't slowly becoming someone that you don't even recognize anymore. The one that younger version, the one I talked about in the sandbox playing with the Tonka trucks, this kid would be disappointed in. And guys, if I'm being honest, he would be. He probably would be almost ashamed. And all that pretending, guys, it's exhausting. It's far more exhausting than hard work. I can tell you that. Because hard work gives you purpose, gives you meaning, right? And pretending you give a shit about filling out some sort of CRM form drains your fucking soul. And here's another lesson, guys, that hit me right in the face. Right between the eyes. Freedom isn't what I thought it was. So this younger version of me thought freedom was just money, that the world was about making more money. And yes, to some extent it does. And money is important, guys. I'm not going to sort of minimize that fact. Money is important. But I can tell you with unequivocal certainty, guys, that's not everything. Okay? I thought then that, freedom might not be not having that boss harping on me. Guys, look, these days I think freedom is much simpler. Freedom is simply this. Freedom is alignment. When who you are, when what you value, and how you spend your days actually all align and match. To me, guys, that's freedom. And most people, if I'm being honest here, guys, and again, I am, will never experience that. This is a simple fact, guys, because they're, too afraid to make that leap. Look, most people are one guy on Sundays, maybe on Saturday, even Friday night. But then they're another person Monday through Fridays. And they're going to spend decades sort of managing this internal conflict, this dichotomy of who they are outside of work and the role they play Monday through Fridays. And yes, guys, leaving corporate America taught me something about fear. As I said in most of my videos, most people think they are afraid of failure. They're not, guys. That's bullshit, and it's nothing more than a cope. Most people, they really aren't at a root level afraid of failing. What they are afraid of, guys, And what scares the shit out of most people is uncertainty of the unknown, because at least failure is going to give you an answer. When that paycheck doesn't come automatically every 2 weeks, guys, that's uncertainty. And what uncertainty does, forces you to bet on yourself. And as I said, that's fucking terrifying for most men. I know it was for me for a long time, guys. And that's something that they're unwilling to face. Most people don't want to face that fear, stare it down, and act anyways. And again, this happens especially after years of being indoctrinated, sort of, institutionalized, and being told exactly what to do. Told exactly where to be, when. Exactly what success is supposed to look like and what it's supposed to be. In the movie Shawshank Redemption, red became institutionalized. And that's a similar situation here, guys. When you go through this 9 to 5 for, years, decades, for a great portion of your life. And betting on yourself, guys, requires you to stand on your own 2 feet, to become your own man, right? Not some supplicating, bobblehead, lackey yes man. And guys, I say that because I was that. I followed the script. I played by the rules. And if this is too real, or if you feel once again I'm being too harsh, or I'm hitting too close to home, it sure as fuck did for me for a long time, guys, right? Maybe this is the exact wake-up call you need. Maybe this is what you need to hear. It may be uncomfortable, but it might be what you need to hear. Now look, guys, I'm not saying corporate America is evil in and of itself. It simply is what it is. It's an entity. It's sort of how you, designate it, how you make it out to be. For some people, it might even be a great fit. Some people might genuinely even enjoy it. It's a hard sell for me, but if that's what it is, well, you do you, brother. And again, some people can build incredible lives through it. Mine wasn't all that bad. And good for them. No hate here, more power to them. But that's not the person I'm speaking to. And if you're this far in the video, chances are it's not you either, right? And if you're still watching, you're clearly not this person. Or you don't want to be that person anymore. Here's what I'm saying, guys. You better make sure, damn sure, that the life you're building is actually yours, not somebody else's. It's not your parents', it's not your wife's, it's not your girlfriend's, it's not society's, your boss's, the matrix, the company, whomever. It's yours. Yours and yours alone. Because one day, guys, you're going to wake up and you're going to realize that 20 years you've spent building for somebody else. And the question that won't be then, was I successful? No, guys, that's not going to be the question. The question is going to be, did I really actually want this, right? And if the answer is no, that's a really fucking expensive realization. So what did leaving corporate America really teach me? What was the lesson here, guys? Well, it taught me that security, sort of quote unquote safety, can be a prison. That comfort can be a drug. And honestly, guys, if we're being, straight up here, it's addictive as any drug you can think of. Success can often become a distraction. And again, the most, dangerous thing in life isn't failure, as I repeatedly say, guys, and I will say over and over. It's spending decades climbing a ladder, only to discover it was leaning against the wrong damn wall. Guys, and I hope that's a lesson that you learn before it's far too late. Let my story be sort of a cautionary tale. Yes, I got out, but I wasted a lot of years, guys, a lot of time that I'll never get back. And for you guys, hopefully it's not too late. You're not too far gone. Guys, I appreciate you sticking it out to the end here. Do me a favor, if you're not a subscriber, again, the bigger question is why not? Smack that subscribe button. If you like the video, smack the like. And guys, drop the comments. And as always, that's how, I see where you guys are at, what I can help you with, and maybe, sort of future content. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. But as always, guys, remember, live deliberately.